Welcome everyone to the digital edition of FASHIONCLASH Festival. My name is Stephanie Afrifa and I'm your presenter for tonight. Welcome wherever you are in the world. You're watching from your living room, maybe from your office. We're so happy that you're digitally present with us. I'm accompanied by 4 designers on this table. And this part of the program is called The Locals. And The Locals is, we're going to present a collection of designers that are all connected because they are connected to the province of Limburg or even the city Maastricht. Welcome Teun, welcome Maria, welcome Max and Michelle. We're going to watch their presentation and I'm going to tell a short story about their work, or not even a story, I'm just going to highlight what their work is about. So Teun Seuren, your work is basically about masculinity and femininity and gender. You call it the flamboyant. You look flamboyant today, looking great. And then we have Maria Voth Velasco from Turtlehorn. You're all about sustainable streetwear and local production, right? That's very interesting. Can't wait to see your collection. And then we have a duo. We have Max Niereisel and Michelle Cornelissen from MICHI'M and Max Niereisel. And you're all about different identities in pop culture. I'm very interested in that. So we're going to watch that show. And this is just the first part of the show. Afterwards, we're going to look at the second part of the show. And then we'll have a new table of designers here. Let's start and watch the show.
Paint my flowers because they're wild. Sweet Cornelia. Paint my flowers because they're wild. flowers because they're wild. Pick my flowers. They're wild. Pick my flowers. They're wild. Pick my flowers because they're wild. Pick my flowers because they're wild.
Welcome back. You just watched the first part of the local show, and that was amazing. You know what's funny? So the local show was recorded in the same building that we're reporting live from right now. And this is the Blanche Dael building, and it's one of the new hotspots in Maastricht, and it's all about coffee. I don't drink coffee myself, but I heard they serve the best coffee in Maastricht. So you got to come here if you ever come to Maastricht. So we just watched your show, Teun.
Yes.
Flamboyant indeed. That was amazing. Can you tell me what topics that are going on in society right now inspired you to create this collection?
Well, the concept of the collection was based on a little bit based on the COVID situation and on how we have to stay at home and how the mindset of that stay at home can also be replaced in people who are like expressing themselves out within society. So to go out, be flamboyant, can be sometimes really hard for people to do because you get judged by the society.
Yeah.
And the mindfulness of staying home was what I was trying to celebrate in this collection.
Yeah. Amazing. So you created this collection during the pandemic.
Yeah, as well. Yes,
Wow.
yes.
And how long did it take you to create the collection?
About a year.
A year?
I guess. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. And did you decide how many outfits you would create during the process, or did you have that in mind already?
Well, for the Fashion Clash, we had to decide previously how much, because then they could also anticipate for the models. But I like big, I like grand, so I decided to put a max of looks we could design, and that was my goal,
Wow.
to strive to there. So yes.
Yeah. And I love the combination of prints so much, and also the sculptural shapes.
Thank you.
How is that something you always put into your work?
Yeah, I love to be like really expressive in volume and silhouettes. In this collection, I push myself a little bit further. For example, the wedding dress was a dress I always wanted to make but never thought I could. So it was for me a personal journey to create something like that sculptural, and I'm really glad I did because I love the dress.
Oh, amazing. I loved it too.
Thank you.
And where do you, would you want to see your collection go? Is there any artist you want to wear your items, or is a perfect customer?
Lots of people. I just want to go
Name some names.
No, well, for sure, like Lady Gaga is one of my main inspirations.
Yeah.
Actually, the looks are going to send over to England next week for the winner of Slag Wars, Tyrese. They are gonna wear the clothes as well, and they prepped the shoot already.
Wow.
So they are already shipping.
Oh, that's amazing. Congrats.
Thank you, thank
You're
you.
going places.
Yeah, and I just people who are have also like a grand identity, who can wear as well the clothing, because it's like you have to wear it, and it doesn't have to wear you. You mean like you have to have a big personality to wear my clothes.
Yeah.
So all those people are welcome to come by.
I love it. Thank you so much, Teun.
Thank you.
So Maria from Turtlehorn already talked about sustainable streetwear. What I saw, I've never seen this before, models going down the runway on skateboards. That is very risky.
Yes.
How did you came to that idea?
I'm a skateboarder myself as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm really into this underground subculture scene of skateboarding and hip hop and spray paint and graffiti, you know. Yeah. So it has been always my background. So I want to implement it into my garments as well. Yeah.
Great. And I just noticed that you're wearing the same colors of the pieces in your collection, and that was something that really stuck with me, because can you tell me more about the choice of colors? Because it seems like it's very Dutch. Orange, white, red, blue.
We're Dutch. It's more about the background of Sevilla. It's in south of Spain. Yeah, it's where I come from, and I pick up the colors of Sevilla. They're really bright, and the color orange is really popping up, really, and in contrast with the blue sky and the tiles that are really characteristic of that place. You can also find the patterns in the collection, like every pattern. Yeah, you see in the streets and on the pavement.
Yeah. And so you're really, local production is very important to you. How did you do that in this collection?
Yes, well, local, I produced partly things in Spain because, I'm there quite often and it's based on Spain. So I let it work with artisans and support them so that they're not only living for tourism, but also doing something in the fashion field. So this is a local part, and I also found some artisans here in the Netherlands, so they could knit and collaborate with me. So it's
How do you find those people?
Connections and talk with people and investigate. Make a bit of research as well. And I know in Spain is a lot about handcrafts that are falling apart, dying away. They're only living because of tourism. So I want to pick this up into fashion. Yeah.
And did the pandemic affected the way you work? Because before you went up and down to Spain, but now, was that possible still?
Yes, because it was my graduation collection. It's from January.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was possible, and it was in the exact time when the pandemic started afterwards. So I was really lucky to travel and to get everything done. Yeah. But now I'm reproducing the collection. And I'm seeing some difficulties in getting some specific materials, for example. So, but you always look for new solutions, and you get inventive in these times. That's important. Yeah.
And when you say reproduction, are you going to sell the collection, or?
Yes, I'm selling the collection. Recently, a store from Den Haag wanted to have one.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, so half of the collection is going there right now.
That's great. Thank you so much, Maria. And then we have Michelle and Max. I loved your collection too, but you're a duo. You have to tell me, like, how do you get on the same page? Was that easy for you to get on the same page?
Yeah, actually it was. We started art school here in Maastricht together, so we know each other from already the first year. It's 5 years from now.
Yeah.
And we had like a big connection from day one. But we are also like quite different designers, but we share the same vision.
Yeah.
But
and how are you different, and what's your common ground?
Well, I have to say that I'm working more of a streetwear kind of vibe, also a little bit more in menswear. And Max, he's...
I focus mainly in women's wear and evening wear. And I think we have a same kind of aesthetic that we really like, but we have a different vision on it. And we put it together in this collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is it easy to put your different ideas together?
Yeah, but actually it mostly was.
Mostly was, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you want people to get from the collection? When they look at it, what do you want them to realize or to see?
The most important thing is to like tell a story of not following the rules that we already have, because a lot of rules not make sense anymore. Like, for instance, the norms and values we have, especially in this difficult time, that you have to go back to like who you are, your inner self, without all the
noise.
Indeed, all the noise around it. So who you really are from your individual self.
Yeah.
And actually, when we are in difficult times like a pandemic, we always go back to old norms and values.
Yeah.
And this, we wanted to try and celebrate and let free a little bit.
Like break the rules and start to create new ones, because I think we need them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the future, what will the future bring you? Because we don't even know when this pandemic is going to end.
Yeah.
Like, will that like still inspire the way you work?
Production-wise, it definitely will, because I think it's very important to keep all the knowledge and all the techniques and all the research kind of stuff you need for making a collection like in-house.
Yeah.
I think we are too independent or too dependent of, like, for instance, like long distance, like production lines.
Yeah.
And I think in the future, that's what we try to do in our own workplace, because we share a workplace together as well. To actually make the clothing in home with all the knowledge and all the techniques we have.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Max and Michelle, Teun and Maria. So now it's time to check out the second part of the presentation, and then we will get back to you with the second or the other two designers, and those are Luypaers from PAERS and Helène Klein from Studio HEEY. Let's watch it out. Let's check it out. Welcome back to the locals. You just got to see the second part of the presentation of the local designers. And now it's time to get to know more about the designers behind PAERS and Studio HEEY. Ashley,
Hi.
I love that collection.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
This was the first time you got to see it, right?
Yeah, it's
And
really
you-
exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting. So you design menswear, and you're all about self-expression and identity. I really love the looks. It's so wearable, and like, if I ever gonna date a man, I want him to look like that. It's amazing.
Thank you,
What
yeah.
inspired you to create this collection?
Well, I think for this collection, the main inspiration was the 60s and 70s fashion, because that's obviously the area of the era of the Peacock Revolution, and that revolution really dealt with issues like gender, masculinity, black identity, and also a restricting male identity. And I think if you bring these issues back to modern day times, they're actually really current as well. And I think with this collection, I try to represent current day issues by taking inspiration from the 60s and 70s.
Wow.
So
And are there certain like articles or books or films that you watch to like get in the mind state of that era?
well, it's funny that you mention that, because I'm actually doing my master's and I'm writing research about why the 70s trend is actually revivaling, or like there's a revival of the trend right now.
Yeah.
And why is it that it's coming back to fashion now?
And which trends are those?
Well, it's the flare jeans. It's basically all the fashion that's dealing with self-expression. Because, of course, we're in a pandemic as well, and in a very short period of time, we have to deal with different ways of self-expression. So I think that's very current as well.
Yeah. So interesting. And like, would you want to see people wearing your clothing like everywhere, or is it just a particular type of man you want to see it wearing?
No, basically, the collection is also called "Oh God, It's David," because it's referencing to Michelangelo's Perfect Man.
Yeah.
And basically, what I want to say is that there is no perfect man. Everybody has to like be who they are and express that.
Yeah, so well thought of. Thank you so much, Ashley. Helène Klein from Studio HEEY. So you focus on apparel, but also jewelry. So everything you saw on the models, it's something that you created, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and so where do you get all the inspiration to create both jewelry and like the clothing?
I start with jewelry, and then from there on, I start to create clothing and think about what I want to make. So jewelry is my main focus.
Yeah.
But I get inspiration from so many things, political topics, things I like, things other people like. And this collection was inspired by Japan and labels.
Yeah. So, because the collection, it seemed very light and flowy, like a party. Can you elaborate on that? Why is it so light and flowy?
Yeah. I think in modern day times, everybody is able to share their opinion, share what they think, and I think that's a very good thing. But sometimes we get in these fights, they seem so heavy, like I have an opinion, I need to say this, and I think everybody needs to be able to share their opinion, but sometimes we forget that we don't need to take everything to heart so much. We need to remember that my opinion maybe it matters, but the other people, their opinion also matters. It needs to be more fun sometimes. We don't need to make it this heavy. And that's where the light, flowy, happy, playful inspiration comes from. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And all the shapes, because this shirt you're wearing right now is also part of the collection,
Yes,
right?
it's also part of the collection.
Can you tell me more about what we're seeing on your shirt?
It's a koi fish, and they have a special meaning in Japan, but also the way they move. It's very light, very flowy, they are free, and they stand for prosperity and among other things. And that's why I use them as one of my prints,
Amazing. I feel like we got to the essence of your collection real quick, right? We already got it. And I have a question for you both, because like usually you create your own collections, but now you are part of a bigger collective, and you're like bonded with other designers by that you're located here in Maastricht or either in Limburg. How did that feel for you, being part of like a bigger whole?
Great.
Yeah.
I really like it. In my, I always say Studio HEEY is a we. because I work with so many other people to create my pieces. I work with someone who cuts the jewelry. I don't do it myself.
Yeah.
I work with people who create the shirts for me. So I create with a big team. So I love being
from that as well.
yeah, I love being part of a group. Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you learn from this experience?
Well, it's all about communication, communicating, also expressing your ideas, and actually, when you talk to people in the creative industry, you gain inspiration from them as well. So that's really, really interesting, I think,
Yeah.
and important as well.
Yeah, you co-create. It's something you do together.
So you're not living in your own bubble.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, because
actually
that's
nice.
something that I hear back a lot. Like, we're in a pandemic and people are all on their own, and you want to create something that like you want to be out there too, and that like dynamic is something that I see in all of your works, So is that something you think that inspired you all and that you like connected on that topic?
Yeah, I think it's a very current topic as well.
Yeah, and looking back at it,
Yeah.
I saw it in everyone's collection actually. So
Yeah.
I think it was like an underlying subject.
Unconscious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unconscious. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ashley Luypaers and Helène Klein.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we're moving on to the next segment, and that is something very special and something that the designers that are here tonight don't know anything about. I want to introduce the Chapeau Young Talent Award. And Chapeau magazine is a lifestyle magazine that's very renowned here in the south of the Netherlands and even Belgium. And fashion blogger of Chapeau magazine, Yoëlle Smith, is gonna make a very important announcement.
Hello, my name is Yoëlle Smith, and I'm here straight from my Lanzarote work trip on the live front row of FASHIONCLASH 2021. Unfortunately, I cannot be there in real life because of the whole situation, but I really hope to be there next year again, like all the other years, and enjoy all the creations and the beautiful concept you made front row. This year we also have our Chapeau Young Talent Awards, which we do every year, and every year again it's really difficult for us to pick a winner since there are so many good creatives out there. This year it was also a tough decision to make, but that one person caught our eye in a very special way, and that is Teun. Congratulations. We love to see more of your work, and you really caught our eye because your collection is amazing, but also the whole concept and idea behind it, especially for me as a woman of color, I love your whole idea, especially for me who has a lot of friends in the LGBTQI+ community. I really love everything you thought about, how it came to life, and how you're questioning the world around us right now, as I do myself. So thank you for your realness, your pureness, and we cannot wait to see more of you. Congratulations, Teun, Seuren. Greets.
Yay! So you're shaking, Teun. You just won a prize. I have these lovely flowers for you. I'm gonna.
Thank you.
Here you are. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, to the viewers at home, he really didn't know anything about this. So, how are you feeling? I see you're shaking. You're like, oh my
yes,
God.
I'm quite shaking. Yes, this is a really big surprise. I didn't know this was coming, so I'm quite out of breath a little bit, but I'm very happy also that the message came across as I wanted. And I'm just really relieved that this is happening.
It's like the icing on the cake, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you
well
so
deserved.
much. Thank you so much. Good
So,
surprise.
I think we are coming to an end right now. I hope you got a lot of this segment, the locals. We got to talk to all the designers and hear what's going on in their minds and what's behind their collections. So I would like to thank all the partners and participants. The locals is initiated by within the framework of the Fashion House project, supported by the municipality of Maastricht and the province of Limburg. And of course, I want to thank all the designers, Teun, Studio HEEY, MICHI'M and Max, Turtlehorn, and PAERS. And I'll see you later for the Clash House. Thank you for watching. My name is Afrifa, and have a lovely evening. Goodbye.